Bitcoin almost hits 74K, then rejects. Is the rally over, or are we going to have more upside? Let's find out. Welcome back to FlexCandle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Right now, it's about 12:40 p.m. Eastern Time. The price of Bitcoin is currently at 71,850. And before we go over the top-down analysis, I want to go over this winning trade that I gave you guys yesterday on the 4-hour chart. This was a falling wedge with the measure move taking us to about $76,000. We didn't make it to 76,000, but we made it very close to 74K. I gave you guys this trade at around 70,400 around there. So that's almost like a $3,500 move. So congratulations on whoever took this trade. This is a big win for the FlexCandle community. Now let's start off here with the weekly chart. And right now we're having a nice green candle, which is starting to take up this wick from last week. This candle closes in the next 2 days and 4 hours. And the stochastics are looking good. The 21 moving average is now at $86,034. We're hoping just to close this candle exactly the way it is or even higher. If we could just close it green, that would be good. Let's head over to the 4-day chart. Stochastics look like they're on the way up. This candle closes today in the next 7 hours and 20 minutes. It looks like we'll be getting a green candle here. The 21 moving average keeps on getting closer. It's currently at 79K. It'll be interesting to see what happens once the stochastics are up here. Will we be above the 21 and the 200 moving average, or will we reject? If we reject from here, I think that bear flag that I have here on this 2-day chart might end up playing out. Right now we're breaking out of this bear flag. The stochastics are starting to point back up. The RSI is starting to point back up. We're above the 21 moving average. This candle also closes today in about 7 hours. Like I said, we have a gap here in the VRVP. If we could close above the 21 moving average, we could possibly make it to this 50 moving average at 80K or higher. So that's what I'm hoping for. Let's see what ends up happening when this starts rolling over. If we could get above this 50 moving average. The daily chart, stochastics are rolling back up. Hopefully we could get above this dotted line. We just got above the 50 moving average. We couldn't hold it. Let's see what happens when this candle closes in the next 7 hours. But it's looking pretty bullish at the moment. Like I said, we need to get above this 50 moving average. If not, it looks like we're going to have resistance here. This could be some type of a double top. But hopefully we gotta get above that 50 moving average. On the 22-hour chart, stochastics are starting to get toppy. We got above a lot of the moving averages. Right now we're getting rejected from the 100 at 72,346. If we could get above this 100 moving average, our next stop is going to be this 200 moving average at $81,333. On the 8-hour chart, stochastics were dipping. We rolled back up. We could hopefully drag here for a little bit. I'm not liking this last candle that closed. It's kind of looking like a topping tail almost. There's a big wick. This is showing some type of resistance there. Let's see if this next green candle, we have a wick on the bottom. Maybe we could push back up. I'm hoping we can make it at least to this 200 moving average at 77,367. Now on the 4-hour chart, stochastics are toppy here. We're not too far from the 21 moving average. It's at 70,536. We started dropping ever since we got this wick. Again, we are getting rejected pretty much from the same spot. As you can see here, we got rejected at around 74K. We got rejected here again. This is looking to me like a topping tail. Usually that means more downside. We have to be careful here. If we come down to the 21 moving average, maybe a little bit below to the 50, and then we come back up and we cannot get above this topping tail, this could be some type of a head and shoulder pattern where this is a left shoulder, a head. We make some type of a right shoulder. All of a sudden, we're below the 200 moving average again, which is at 68,196. It's imperative that we stay above this 21 moving average and we continue to go up. I still have this in this falling wedge. I consider this already a winning trade. We did more than half of the measured move here, but we still have more of the measured move to keep on going. This is at 76K. Told you guys we were gonna have resistance at 74K. Look how perfect this was here. We got rejected. Again, if we cannot get above 74K, there's going to be more downside. So we need to get above that. Let's see what ends up happening. We're currently having a candle with a wick here that's starting to come up. So let's see what happens with that. On the 1-hour chart, stochastics still have to continue coming down. We're trying to stay above this 21 moving average. Again, this could be a head and shoulder pattern, left shoulder, head. We drag here for a little bit. That could be the right shoulder. We fall down. Let's see what happens when this resets and we're on the way up. Can we stay above the 21 or at least stay above this 200 moving average at 69,447? And on the 15-minute chart, stochastics are starting to reset here. We lost the 21, the 50, the 80. We're holding support here on the 100 moving average. We ended up getting tweezer bottoms here, a green engulfing candle. We're trying to stay above the 80 moving average at the moment. Again, once this stochastic RSI gets above these dotted lines here, will we be up above the 21 moving average? If so, we have a shot. If not, that rejection at 72,519 could send us back down below this 200 moving average. So right now we're stuck in between a range of 70k to 74k. We need to break that resistance of 74k. That's the big major resistance. If we could break 74k, 80k is right there. If we get rejected from 74k, there's probably going to be more downside, especially if we can't hold 70k. So time will tell. Let's see how this weekly candle ends up closing. All right, guys, so that's the breakdown. If this gave you clarity or a setup to watch, do me a favor, like, drop a comment, subscribe. And if you have a stock or crypto you want me to go over, drop it in the comment section. This is FlexCandle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Catch you on the next chart.